Good morning, traders, and this is your Aussie day trade setup for today. So we ended up with a inside bar. Now the blue line here is the actual close. We've got a bit of nonsense data in the charts again. We have ended up with an inside bar on the daily, and at the same time we have broken above zero on the stochastic MACD. So that there is indicating that we still have more upside to come now. Okay, if we'd sort of fallen off and crossed over, that would have been a rejection of the zero, which would have meant that's still a pullback and we're looking for more downside. So with that in mind at the moment, if we look at our 3 hour, you can see we had a grouping, and yesterday was just the breakout continuation to the upside. But what we actually have here now is a little bit of a flag. I won't say it's broken just yet, although we did close. This red bar is nonsense data, so we have closed outside the flag, and that gives us a measured move to the upside of that kind of view, which is 46,713. Okay, so in other words, what I'm anticipating here is that this double top that we had is going to fail. Okay, so just getting down to the 1 hour here. We can delete that. So if we just look at what's transpiring at the moment, the oscillator is giving us no indication of anything, pretty much in the middle of nowhere there, and this is just telling us that we are on an upward trend. Yesterday was predominantly sideways. The Feds came out announcing that they're pumping another $500 million into the market, and that's what caused the bit of a rally into the close. And if we look at where we are currently, let me just get my dashboard up. So if we look where we are currently, oil is up, crude oil is up 7% at the moment, sitting at 14. And the other interesting thing to note at the moment is that the rand is 1902, so it's hovering around 19. And the futures market right now is down slightly, but the US market's finished up. So the Dow was up 1.99%, call it 2%. The S&P was up 2.29%. And NASDAQ, which we have to worry about, was up 3%. So as a result, 10 cent is flat at the moment, 0.2 up. But I suspect we're going to get a bit of a gap up, and more likely a rally to this level here. Now, I want to come back to the daily here, because that level, or the measured move on the US markets, equates to the 61.8 Fibonacci, and we've already tagged that on the Aussie. So yeah, difficult one, but I suspect this little flag is going to play out. We'll have to see how it plays today. And as far as I'm concerned, if we get an hour, which we've already got an hour break above that, and I can do this flag anyways. So always the first two fractals is typically the trend. We had retest, we've had a breakout and a retest yesterday of that trend line. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment. So let's just get the targets. I'll do this on the 12-minute for you. So I'm expecting some kind of a gap up, and the pullback will get me in long. And if possible, if we get a flat open, that would be even better, because we sort of get a flat open and a pullback around here into that area. That gives you a 350 point stop loss. Okay, now targets, there is a gap right on 61.8, so that is definitely the area that I would first aim for. Okay, so that's a good, this is say 5 minute points from wherever we've managed to get in. And then we have, I think there was another gap there. Now that one's been tagged. Let's just get Let's look further to the left just to check. We've got, oh, there's another one there. Okay, 3 hour, so we can see what we're doing. That's the first gap. Okay, that gap there is the one we're looking for. So that's the third line, or we can actually take it out because the measured move of that flag break coincides with this gap here at 46,713. Okay, so you have 45,085 as your first target, and your second target is going to be 46,713. Okay, just bear in mind that we do have data coming out today in the US, so that may affect the market. It'll definitely bring some volatility in, but not sure whether it's going to change direction that we're kind of looking at the moment. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment. This does look like a bit of a rounding bottom here as well. So definitely looking for gap to the upside, 45,085, and then we're looking for 46,713. Okay, and the other part of this is we could possibly continue ranging here. So we could sort of open flat down and then up and down and just range in this area as well today. That's also a possibility. So obviously we want to see a break above 44,607 in order for the gap to come into play. Okay, moves to the downside probably only be triggered with a break below 44,200. Sorry, this uses a 12 for this. Yeah, so a break below actually 44,189. You need to see a 12 or 15 minute close below that, which would then trigger a move to the downside. And the first move would obviously be this gap to the downside. Okay, this green bar is nonsense data, so it's pretty much down here at 43,776. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's kind of the two scenarios that I'm looking at, but I'm definitely favoring the move to the upside. If we do break below here, then obviously I'll take the short down to the bottom here. But if you look at the structure here, it looks fairly structured. So in other words, this is the middle of two bigger levels, and we're bouncing around. So break up gives us the top level, break down gives us bottom level. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. I hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.